If our life is a grape garden, there are three possibilities. We bear good fruit, bad fruit, or no fruit. Dearly beloved in Jesus Christ, welcome to the reflections of 27th Sunday, Year A. Dear brethren in Christ, today's liturgy of the Word, especially the first reading and the Gospel text, speaks to us about a vineyard scenario. To begin with, today's first reading is taken from Prophet Isaiah, where the prophet sings a love song to his beloved one regarding his beautiful vineyard. In the love song, the prophet vividly describes what are the cares he has taken for his beloved vineyard. He says, he dug around it, he put a fence, he took care of it, he gave a manure and also built a watchtower. All these meticulous arrangements he has done with a view of receiving a good fruit. But to his disappointment, he received wild grapes. What went wrong that the grapes which were supposed to give a good fruit gave wild grapes? In the similar way, in the Gospel text, we have a beautiful narration about tenants who are in charges of taking care of a master's vineyard. The evangelist too clearly explains all the cares that the master took for the vineyard before he handed it over to the tenants. And the result is negative. Both in the first reading and the Gospel text, we have a negative output for a positive input that was given to it. Dear friends in Christ, according to me, all the arrangements were meticulous and they were all perfect. But the receptivity and the utility of the resources provided were not correct. Contrary to this, St. Paul in the second letter tells what we must do so that we will have a good fruits in our life. St. Paul tells, if you do what you have learned, heard, received and seen from Christ, God will be pleased with you. When God is pleased with you, you will have the choicest blessings from God, which in turn will give good fruits in your own life. Dear brethren in Christ, St. Paul shows us a best way to have good fruits in our life. St. Paul wrote the letter to the Philippians around 62 CE when he was probably in a prison either in Rome or in Ephesus. And he was in the prison, he was awaiting for his turn to be killed, and then he writes a hope letter to Philippians. He gives them boost, he gives them encouragement and faith, saying, if you do what you have learned and pursued from Christ, your lives will be peaceful, which will result in good fruits for oneself and for the society. Therefore, understand, if you and me are a grape garden and still we are bearing bad fruits or no fruits, we have only one option to bear good fruits, is to learn from Christ and practice what Christ has done. Some of us, though we work a lot, though we put all our best efforts into our life, our result seems to be negative. It's because we have not imitated Christ in doing a particular job. Therefore, on this 27th Sunday, learn and take to your heart. If you want to be a fruitful one with good fruits giving sweet to your taste, imbibe Christ-like qualities. Secondly, the first reading and the Gospel both were addressed to the chosen people. The first reading was addressed to the people of Yahweh. They were the chosen race of God. God released them from their captivity, led them through the desert, gave them place to live, and appointed leaders to take care of their community affairs. But these chosen people who were benefited and blessed by God so much, they have forgotten their root from which they have come. They have neglected the source of life in their dealings. That's why God tells, if you have done this, I will retrieve back my mercy from you. Isaiah says, I will break down the boundaries of your wall, and you will be trampled down, you will be killed, you will be misused, you will be taken away by someone who does not care about your good. The gospel was addressed to Jewish elders and chief priests. They were the privileged class. They were given all the possibilities of being with Christ. But the result was negative. Both the people of the Old Testament and people during Christ's life were ungrateful for the resources they received. That's why God tells, I will break down their protection and they will be trampled down. Now in present scenario, we the Christians who are called to live the life of Christ, who are baptized in the name of Christ, were given tasks with privileges. But often we forget about those blessings that we receive and we act according to our wish, according to the wishes of this present world. Dear friends in Christ, God is always with us. It's we who are not grateful for all that is given to us, and also we turn our back from God. That's why we bear bad fruits or remain fruitless. As a whole, from the liturgy of the 27th Sunday, year A, let's understand that the resources that were given to us are benevolent gifts of God. When we use these gifts for the betterment, we will bear good fruits. Let God bless us all. Have a blessed Sunday.